Hey guys, welcome to the BIPA podcast. I'm your host Nhi, and today I'm here with Kawa, Minju, Vu, and Louis.
Hey guys. Hi.
So Nhi, since you're the host, why don't you tell us what are we talking about today?
Thank you for asking. We are talking about the role of women in Vietnam.
Yeah, that's actually really something good to talk about because I feel like women are really unrepresented here.
Yeah, I agree. When I was researching the topic, I only saw men artists, not women ones.
But Nhi, what do you mean by the role of women in Vietnam?
Oh, no, I meant role in music and art.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, so from what I've received your research, one of the most popular artists is Uyen Mai, and she's like famous for lacquer painting.
What is lacquer painting, Vu?
Lacquer painting is like a form of painting with lacquer. It's like resin, but natural. And then we coated it onto the painting and the canvas.
So, is it like where it's clear and the painting is visible?
It's not like what you think. The lacquer is painted color, and then they slowly sand away the color to reveal what's in it.
Where does lacquer come from? Can you search that up real quick?
It's from a tree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you, Vu.
Yeah, and like I want to add more that this form was developed in the 1930s, and now in Vietnamese it's known as Chanh Sơn Mai.
Chang Samai. That's nice.
Good pronunciation.
And researching recently, guys, I found out that she opened an art exhibition and it features 27 pieces. They are named something in Vietnamese, which I don't know how to pronounce, but it translates to cheeky girls. Would one of you mind helping me say it in Vietnamese?
It's called Những cô gái đồng đảng.
And this collection of art is meant to depict like the ordinary life of a girl in Vietnam. But can one of you please tell me more about the artist or more facts about women artists in Vietnam?
Yeah, sure. Uyin's artwork.
Come on.
In Uyin's artwork, each person will have their own interpretation of the role of women in society. And so the artwork can show like the cultural norms, the values and traditions related to the gender roles. And also, this is great because only 50% of people in Vietnam are women. Most of the artwork in Vietnam are produced by men. So isn't that great that when Mai gets to show her artwork?
Yeah, so gender really plays a big role in what type of art they make, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, in a country with more than 50% being women and still most art being by men, it's crazy the effect that she has on the art.
So another thing that I love about Uyen's work is like the juxtaposition between the theme of love compared to like other works that were created during the war, which generally depicts women fighting for the country, like considering how our history is so ingrained in war within the past century or so.
So it reflects, it's a mix of like love and war.
Well, no, like I'm saying like it compares to those works. Like Uyen's work does not really reflect the war. It's more about love, the theme of love more.
Oh, okay, I get it. Thank you, Vu, for that. But moving on from art, can you guys explain a little bit more about music now? Because I want to understand a little bit more about music.
Yeah, I'll take over from this here. So I'll first talk about traditional music. A female Vietnamese singer-songwriter that took inspiration from Vietnamese folk music is Lai Cat Trong Lai.
Lê Cát Trọng Lý.
Yeah, thank you. She is recognized for her folk influence style, often adding acoustic elements. I couldn't pronounce that one. Acoustic elements to her music. Her songs are inspired by Vietnamese folk music like Cải Luong.
Is that correct?
Is that correct? Cải Luong. Here.
Oh, cải lương.
Cải Luong, sorry. A form of modern folk that combines storytelling aspects, themes that include daily life, love, and social concerns, and of course the experiences of people, with traditional instruments like the dan trang, formerly called a zither in English, a dan boao, the monochord, and a dan nhuet, the lute.
And those are the ones that I mentioned, I think, the previous podcast.
You did.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I want to add more to this is that like Trọng Lý also strives to create a sense of community by like taking inspiration from hò singing, a type of folk singing that's done during group activities, which we have talked about in the first episode.
Oh yeah, we did. I remember that.
Yeah, so I just love how intertwined our episodes have been. Like all the topics all helping to make this podcast like just so amazing.
It just all gets a little better by each episode.
Yeah, which is why it's gonna get even better since we're talking about modern pop music now.
Finally.
And from what I know, I'm pretty sure that Minju and Nhi are the ones that are mostly in tune with the Vietnamese pop music. So, will you guys be helping us with this section?
Yeah, but like, what exactly does pop music mean anyway?
So before I explain to you what pop music is, I want to talk about pop culture. It is what involves a large number of people conforming to changing norms, so it is ever changing, and the genres are also forever changing, with many kinds of music that can be considered pop.
Okay, I can understand a bit more now. Thank you. Yeah, now that I think about it, like my older relatives, they listen to like cải lương or bolero, but now the younger generations, like they usually listen to B-pop, which I think like tend to have like a happier, like faster melody.
And isn't the queen of V-pop called My Tâm? Or is that how I say it?
Yeah, that's how you say it. And yeah, Vietnamese people do consider her to be the queen. I mean, her impact on music and like the popularity can be seen throughout the modern landscape of Vietnam. Like, you know, there's so many concert venues, festival, and media representation of her.
And I saw on Forbes the other day that she was named between the 40 most influential women in Vietnam.
Yeah, so like we can definitely see that she changed the music scene in Vietnam dramatically.
Yeah, she did.
That's so cool. But another Vietnamese female singer that is worth noting is Hoàng Thị Linh. She is the singer that created the viral song Si Tình. This song has spread like wildfire through social media thanks to globalization and the increased use of these platforms.
Yeah,
I think
Oh, sorry.
I think you guys might have heard of this song. It's really popular.
Yeah, I think it has like the really catchy melody that makes it easy to dance to, you know? And like a famous Korean actress even said that she couldn't believe how much this was a Vietnamese song because it sounded like Korean music. And like I think this is like a good thing as in the development of pop music, like the mix of two cultures to create a different one.
Like syncretism, which is the mix of two cultures to create a different one.
Yeah, and like her song also incorporates many traditional Vietnamese elements, such as the song Bánh trôi nước, which was inspired by a poem of the same name that also was composed by a female, Hồ Xuân Hương.
Oh yeah, I remember that poem from my literature class many years ago when I was studying in the Vietnamese school.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, guys, thank you for the help. I'm glad our podcasts are really getting better one by one, and we can see how they're like interrelated to each other. I'm glad to participate with you guys, and soon we'll have one more podcast for everyone to listen. And this has been our podcast for this time on the women's influence in Vietnamese art and music.
Okay, that's great. Goodbye, everyone. And that was the BIPA podcast.
See you!